everyone. So we're going to apply our skills of what we know about order of operations and polynomial operations to perform some arithmetic with polynomial expressions. When applying arithmetic to polynomial expressions, substitute your expressions into the new expression and simplify. You must apply the rules of polynomial operations. So I know this kind of sounds a little wordy, so let's take a look at an example of this. If a equals 4x squared plus 2x minus 10 and b equals 5x squared minus 3x minus 6, what is a minus 2b? So the trick to answering these questions is to plug your polynomials in for a and b and then simplify. So we know what a is, we know what b is. We're going to just take these polynomials, substitute them in for a and b, and then simplify. So the first thing that I like to do here is I like to write this new expression, a minus 2b, kind of big at the top. So I have a minus 2b. And the reason I like to do that is because I like to substitute right underneath what a and b is, and these are kind of long polynomials, so I like to leave a lot of space. So, like we said, we know what a is equal to. So I'm going to substitute this polynomial in red in for a. So this is now, I'm going to put in parentheses, 4x squared plus 2x minus 10. We're getting rid of that a completely. So don't write an a outside. This a has now become the 4x squared plus 2x minus 10. Now I'm going to bring down this minus 2 because that number 2 is not going to change. And we know what b is. B is equal to this polynomial over here. So I'm going to substitute in green what we know b is equal to, which is 5x squared minus 3x minus 6. So I'm going to pause and just review. So what we did was we just took our values for a and b, and we substituted into our new expression here, a minus 2b. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to simplify this by applying those rules of polynomial operations. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to distribute this negative 2 to this second polynomial. So I'm going to circle my negative 2, and I'm going to distribute that to my second polynomial. Now, I'm going to take that product, and to save space, I'm going to take the answer that I get to this, and I'm going to stack it right underneath this first polynomial. So just like when we were subtracting polynomials before, we're going to take our product, stack the like terms, and then add. So take a look. Negative 2 times 5x squared, that is going to give us negative 10x squared, which I'm going to put right underneath this 4x squared because they are like terms. So negative 10x squared. Then we have negative 2 times negative 3x, and negative times negative is a positive. 2 times 3 is 6, paired with that x. So I get 6x. I'm going to put that right under here, this 2x, because they're like terms. Positive 6x. Then I have negative 2 times negative 6. Negative times a negative is positive. 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to put that right under that minus 10. So what's in blue right here is just what my product was after I distributed. Now from there, I'm stacking it underneath my like terms, and then we're going to just add. So 4 plus negative 10, I'm going to put my answer in purple, is going to give us negative 6x squared. So that's different signs, subtract, keep the sign of the larger. Remember, don't touch the exponents here. 2 plus 6 is going to give us that positive 8x. And then negative 10 plus 12, different signs, subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. So that's going to give you a positive 2. Now let's double check that our answer is in standard form. Are the exponents going from largest to smallest? And the answer is yes. So we know that we're done. Okay, so like I said, we're going to just write our new expression, which was this, I just wrote it a little bit bigger, substituted what we know for A and B, and then simplified. So let's take a look at one more example. If f equals negative x squared minus 3x plus 7, and g equals negative 8x squared minus 1, what is 3f minus g? So same thing, we're going to plug our polynomials in for f and g and then simplify. So I'm going to just, like I did before, write this a little bit bigger. And now we know that f, I'm going to substitute that in red. And then g, I'm going to substitute in green. So f, we know, is equal to negative x squared minus 3x plus 7. But I can't forget that 3 on the outside. That has to come on the outside of whatever f is equal to. Bring down your minus sign, and then in green, I'm going to substitute what we know g is, which is this binomial over here. So you get negative 8x squared minus 1. So we're just substituting what f is and what g is, and then simplifying from there. Now, before I can do the subtraction, I have to distribute this 3 because that represents multiplication. So I'm going to just distribute that, where I have negative 3x squared minus 9x plus 21. And I'm going to just bring down what we have. I'm going to do this in 2 separate steps. If you want to do this in 1 step, that's fine. Just want to show each step. Now, if you remember when we multiplied polynomials, when we subtracted polynomials, what you're going to do is either keep, change, or you're going to distribute that negative 1. Now, after I distribute this negative 1, I'm going to stack it underneath my like terms over here. Okay, you can rewrite it if you want, but to save space and time, I'm going to just take whatever my product is going to be after I distribute this negative 1, and I'm going to stack it underneath this first polynomial. So negative 1 times negative 8x squared, and negative times negative is positive. So you get positive 8x squared. I'm going to put that right under my 3x squared because they're like terms, same variable, same exponent. And then negative 1 times negative 1. Negative times negative is a positive, so positive 1. I'm going to put that underneath my 21 because this does not have an x. So I'm not going to put it under the 9x, the negative 9x, because they wouldn't be like terms, and we're trying to stack our like terms. If you want to, you can substitute a little plus 0 there if you want a little space filler. If not, you can leave it blank. It's totally up to you. And then we just add from there. So negative 3x squared plus 8x squared, different sign, subtract, keep the sign of the larger. So that's going to give us a 5. And then do not touch the exponents here. Anything plus 0 is itself. So that 9x is just going to come down. And then 21 plus 1 is 22. And our answer is in standard form. So we put it in a box and we're done.